I am so excited today to get to introduce author Mark Ivey Jr. He is the author of the book Ivy Charm. And Mark, tell us about your book.
Hi, thank you so much for having me, first off. And, um, well, I never always have an easy answer for this question because it's a lot going on. But I guess the best way I could shorten it up is I come across a kingdom that my father left behind who is deceased through a hole in the ground. And it turns out it's the kingdom named Ivy Lantis, where all the citizens look and act just like me, and they represent each characteristic, and they're called charms of personality. So basically, things get fishy and uproary when there's this one bad charm called Joker Ivy. He is the kingdom's court jester, and he was one day told that he wasn't funny. So then he turned evil. And now not only is he responsible for the death of my deceased father, but he's also trying to destroy me and have the kingdom to himself. So now things spiral out of control, and now it leads up to a big war at the very end. And so people are left thinking, will Mark claim his kingdom or will Joker Ivy take over? And yeah, that's just basically the gist of it, you know?
That sounds amazing, and I bet it's you've got some interesting inspiration that brought about that story. And so tell us about the inspiration behind that.
Uh, I say this all the time, and it's kind of like cliche because I feel like everyone says it, but the inspirations that I took from it was the people who came before me, like L. Frank Baum and Lewis Carroll. And like I said before, I say this every time I get asked the question, like those are my two authors that I like to read from. But there was also other inspirations that I jotted down that people have not seen yet or people are not familiar with. Like I've read H.G. Wells, I've read a little bit of Stephen King, and I want to take inspiration from the classical authors that came before me that paved the way for imaginative young authors like me. And I just want to, show that creativity to the world. And I think Ivy Charm really puts that into play, or at least kicks it off.
Love that. I love it. So, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about the book, or just about the message behind the book? Is there anything you'd like to tell us about that?
I don't think there's a specific message. I just feel like it's like kind of like a book that you can get an understanding not only of me, but like my a piece of my imagination. I always wanted to write a book, but part of me writing this was very therapeutic because it was like an scapegoat. And it didn't it wasn't therapy full throttle. Like it didn't replace therapy because I do attend that now. But it did help me escape and like get a clear mind of things. And so, as I'm writing on a daily basis, it's very hard to get over writer's block. It's very hard to stay focused and stuff like that. So it's not really a message. It's just a short story or adventure that people can enjoy. It's gonna probably take you like an afternoon to read it.
I love that. And it sounds like a book that everyone can read and enjoy. And so, congratulations on getting it published. The cover looks amazing. And we're excited that hopefully we'll get to talk to you again soon and catch up and see how everything's going. And thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. And I would love that. I like doing these interviews.
Oh, good. All right. Well, we'll plan on reaching back out to you and getting an update on how things are going. And so, thank you so much for today.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed our time together.
Thank you.